Gabe Kapler, Phillies manager here on the Rich Eisen Show. You could wave a wand and make a rule change. You could tell Commissioner Manfred, I want this done, and he says done. What's that rule change for you?
I don't have one for you, Rich. I can tell you that I really like the strategy of the National League. It's a lot of fun. I mean, I love the gamesmanship, and I love the tactical decisions that go on in the game. So kind of like having the pitcher hit. And at the same time, I think it would be cool to have, a DH and you get one more guy who can bash on the roster. When it comes to rule changes, I kind of feel like it's the responsibility of the managers around the game to just be really good under those circumstances, under the new circumstances. So that's how I think about it.
All right. Then let me ask you about some of the changes that have been made. What do you think of the idea that you might have one day the inability to change pitchers because the pitcher hasn't faced a minimum number of batters out of the bullpen yet?
The way I think about it is immediately pretty strategically. It means that we have to have guys that can go through multiple batters on our roster. It means that we need to find the guys who are strongest through 3 batters instead of, matching up for 1 batter at a time. And it's kind of I look at it as a good challenge and a different kind of challenge, but it just changes the way you'd manage a baseball game. And everybody. So one thing that I've always said is if it's raining on one side of the field, it's raining on the other. So if we all have the same rules, then it just becomes a race for who can be most strategic within the construct of those rules. So I don't form an opinion based on, I really like this one, or, I really don't like this one. And instead, I just immediately focus my attention and our attention on being good under the current circumstances.
All right, then let me try it this way, Gabe Kapler. If I had to wave a wand and Rob Manfred said done, I would get rid of the shift. I can't stand it. I'm seeing somebody like Chris Davis go 0 for 53, and I think the shift has a lot to do with it. The rope that he hit to break up that streak, I don't know if you saw it. I mean, it sailed over the head of somebody that was right there in short right center field. It drives me crazy. Would you have a problem if that went away?
I don't think it drives me crazy in the same way it does you. I understand the passion around the shift. And at the same time, if the rule was changed and, we had to position our infielders traditionally, I wouldn't have a super hard time with that either. I just don't have, I think part of the job of being an entertainer on television, being an entertainer on the radio, is to be very opinionated about things like that. I think the job of a major league manager or a major league executive is to do just the opposite. And it doesn't mean that we don't feel the feelings, but immediately shift those feelings to how do I do the best job I can possibly do under these conditions. And so I'm not taking the position here that I don't feel an initial reaction to a new rule. What I'm saying is it's my responsibility to quickly shift to how do I do a good job under the current construction.
Well, I don't paint me with a broad media brush, Gabe. Don't do that. No, I mean, don't just lump me in with everybody else. I mean, I'm
never. You're a super sharp guy who's been doing this for a really, really long time, and your job is to have strong opinions.
Well, no, I do that one. I do. I really do. I'm not just I don't make anything up, but it just seems to me. I want to see more action. I mean, we started this conversation with Jackie Robinson, and for a great reason. I mean, the split screen was invented because he stole bases, and I'm not saying people don't steal bases anymore, but it just doesn't seem to be much action anymore. There's just the doubles and triples, and it just doesn't seem to that the game has changed, and I just look at the shift and I blame that.
Okay, so I'll give since you conjured up an image of Jackie for me,
yes,
I will express one strong opinion for you.
Thank you, Gabe.
I really enjoyed as a player the ability to have contact at the plate with the catcher, and I really enjoyed as a player the ability to have contact with the middle infielders at second base. So those are both things that I think were really exciting about baseball. And kind of made the game, I don't know, a little more rugged, a little rougher, a little bit more old school. So
okay.
Those are things that I kind of miss about the game. How's that?
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download The Rich Eisen Show app.